An ahi candy cane. Why are you even? Yo, holiday mansions on the calendar. We gotta do a lot of that. That's crazy. What the flip? My graphics on 10. Who did that? Hello, noobs. Disgusting. Dirty. God, oh my god. Why is this covering this? We figured it out. We figured out the metas. Yeah, it's terrible. Took 2 days for us to finally figure out what's actually going on. There. Crusher hammer or candy cane? That's a crazy question. Technically, a crusher is like, I don't know. The candy cane's use case is its range. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I know. Right there. Oh, I remember what I gotta do. Cookie. A gingerbread house. I see. What will we do? What? Huh? The game low-key died. It's literally on today's pick with like more players. I don't This is like calling someone with 1,000 viewers a small streamer. Like, yeah, small, huh? 1K, damn. That just looks like a Peebo. Yeah, if you've only ever used a Peebo, you're like, wow, it's shooting projectiles. If you want to say something looks like a Peebo, then like 1,000 things look like Peebos, because they're all just one projectile fast firing. But this is like, unlike a Peebo, this is actually good. Yeah, unlike a piercer's trash bow, this is actually a good item. I mean, no. Gonna wander around until an overworld boss spawns, low-key. And until I get to, you know, rub my hands together like a super villain. And proclaim the metas. And then have one guy be like, actually. And that'll be a great day. Or Crusher's hammer. These questions don't make sense. They have different use cases. It's like asking what's better, ketchup or garlic. And it's like, well, in what context? Hey man, what's better, a gun or a sword? I guess that's a bad example. What's better? What's better, a gun or a piece of pizza? Like, I don't know, man. They have different use cases entirely. Crusher hammer and a scythe are completely like separate. They're unrelated items. One's a main hand and one's not. How many tier 6s for nut code? 140 from you specifically. I want them all looted by you. I should grab this. What the hell? Yo, I thought they removed overworld presence and they did not. I saw one. Get me a scythe or the opposite? I don't know. It depends on who you're asking. That's why like trade values are in people's heads. That's why it's awkward. That's why there's no like, if somebody wants a crusher hammer, they'll give you a scythe. If somebody wants a scythe, they'll give you a crusher hammer. If you're asking me which one would I want if I was starting fresh, well, that's a bad question too, because Crusher Hammer would be very good. The armor, you'll see it in the tier list though, bro. I'll show you all the new legendaries. I have all of them. I have all the stats. All 27 though. 2 of them are trophies. So I low-key needed to get a mush bomb. I'll do the tier list like later for once I'm locked in and warmed up. The new meta, you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You just have to be here for the next hour. Punk. I'll show you. I'll tell you the new meta. Don't you worry. Oh, Sailor. Well, Sailor exists. God, this guy's like stealing all my mush cow kills. I'm literally only here to get a mush bomb real quick to prove a point, and also I need a mush bomb. And this guy's just stealing it. What is he using? He's using a horn saber. That's why he's one-shotting them. I swear to God, if you kill 5 mush cows in front of me, I'm leaving the game. You little random. Because there's no point in me being in this, because I'm only here for mush cows, low-key. Q3. Banger tier video. Well, tomorrow. I first have to make it. It doesn't exist yet. I just have the tier list. I need to, you know, yap per 45 minutes. What do you mean no gauntlet? There's a gauntlet this weekend. There's new. You can't just ask questions that are rage bait, bro. It's not fair. You can't be like, you can't be like, so the president did get assassinated. No. So Mr. Beast is rich? Like that's what your question is. It's like, bro, what do you want me to say? So Fortnite is a game? Yeah, there's a gauntlet. There's a new biome too. Lava biome. So this tier list is going to be relevant for 48 hours because they're immediately going to usurp the meta again. No New Year's this year? So do you breathe oxygen? It's like, bro, like what do you genuinely, what do you want me to say? No gauntlet this weekend. Where did you hear this information? I need to know. Who told you that? Did you just make that up? Did the gears turn? I'm gonna tweak out. You just decide one day that you should just like rage bait people with no gauntlet this weekend. So the game is dead? I heard it a dram. What does that even mean? Help. Bro, I'm like, I almost died to that, genuinely. I don't want to do this. Why are you placing it? Why are you placing this? What's happening? You know what? Whatever. I'll get a rolling pin. For Witch's Cauldron, 80. You want a Witch's Cauldron? I have one. I don't want it. Yes, I'm getting a mush bomb real quick. I low-key don't have a mush bomb. I might actually. I might have to check character, but I'm gonna get one because every time I tell people like, why do you care about this item? It's so easy to get. So I'm just gonna get one real quick. Oh, this guy has like a bunch of mushroom den keys somehow. So, like it's kind of funny. And now he's placed a gingerbread. Now I'm just like trapped. I mean, I have a frozen heart, so it doesn't really matter, but still. Penguin. Wait. Dog. Making me look like a fool. I'm doing dungeons without people. I'm pressing R after this. You can place any dungeon. I'm still pressing R. For penguins, them losing. I'm not sad for penguins. I hate penguins. They're stupid and dumb. And they deserve to lose. And I told them they'd lose and they didn't listen to me. I was like, hey man, you guys are going to lose. You guys should have joined my team. I'll tell you what penguins did to me. You ready? They told me they'd win. And I said, nuh-uh. They said, the penguin skin is so good, bro. You're just mad. Guess what? The penguin skin sucks. It's not even like a hating just to hate. Like, man, he's a reindeer, so he's just wants to like convince himself the penguin skin sucks. I actually think the penguin skin is bad. It's too big. Despite being bigger, it has less detail than the reindeer. It's actually crazy. And like the sliding looks stupid. On God. Okay, I'm going back to the overworld. I can't be hiding in the... Actually, do you have more mushroom dens, Loki? I need mushroom den keys, if anything. Kind of all I care about. Right now, I'm just gonna get a mush bomb real quick, because I don't have one, so this is kind of awkward to do. I agree. You weren't a penguin by accident. You just lost, bro. I can't stand this when people are like, I accidentally chose penguin. No, you just chose penguin and it just ended up losing. GG. That's just how the cookie crumbled. And you were the cookie and you were crumbling. Where is everyone? I knew we would lose. Also, the team reindeer icon is aura farming, and the penguin one looks stupid. Above, you're fast when you're fast above 75, and you throw projectiles quickly under, I guess. Man, I can feel it. The next mushroom den will give me those keys at vault you keep missing. Well, like I don't like, I care, but I don't care. Like, what are the keys though? Fine, I'll go to the vault. But I need a mushroom bomb. Let me check something. I probably have one just on like a character. And mushrooms are really easy to get. I was just gonna grab one real quick. A lot of mushroom bows. A lot of mushroom bows. Okay, I'm bombless, I think. When are the gauntlets? In 2 days, bro. You don't have to worry about those. Wow, I broke everything. I broke the game. Gotta let it load in now. This is what happens when you... I don't know if this is like a known glitch. If you switch characters really quickly, it does this. You just get it sent into the void until it loads in. To even choose reindeer. Oh. I lag spiked. Oh, my stream like thing. Oh, look, there's like... It's like lagging. I'm so cooked. I made the memory 5K doing that. Oh my god. The stream to choose reindeer was very fun. I gotta reset my memory. I can't believe it. It's been 5 seconds. The stream to choose reindeer was very funny. So I was like, go team reindeer, and like everyone was like, oh my god. One guy was like, I already chose penguin, and like, rip that guy, honestly. What do you mean you already chose penguin? It's been 4 seconds. I was the 4th guy to choose reindeer. Of course, they probably didn't update, but still. Yeah, souls are very cool. Trust. They're good because you wait until you pop a bunch of clovers, then you like get a bunch of boosted drops. Like, I'm gonna hoard them. Also, what is a haunted mansion? Or it's a like, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Anyways, I need to get a mushroom bomb. Staves got buffed. What? I don't even know what to say to you. What does that even mean? Everything got buffed. Yeah. Oh my god, everything got buffed, mainly weapons though. They're doing armors soon though. They said they're gonna rebalance every armor. And every spell. They just did weapons first. Though I feel like you kind of have to do it all at once, or it's really... Because, like, imagine a weapon is all right, and then you buff the armor, and it makes it overpowered. Better than Candy Cane. Well, Candy Cane is 12 range. I don't... They have not made us more powerful because they buffed everything's health. They just made everything standardized. So, you know, you don't have like 7,000 DPS and you're one-shotting things. Okay, they're getting one shot. It's just lost, genuinely. Not a lot. You can like check my like Valor and stuff from the end and start of lives. Sometimes I do like trades where I get Valor. Yeah, I've been doing like Valor trades off stream because no one wants to watch that and I can't like choreograph those. This guy got a mush bomb killing my cows. Unbelievable. I don't even want to kill the boss, bro. What am I doing? All right, I think it's just lost. I think I'll just be mush bombless. Unless I have one. There's a possibility I have one. When is tier list? In a bit. When I feel like it. It's ready and everything, and I have all my opinions ready to make one guy really happy and one guy really sad. It'll be like an equal give and take. Open the blue gift box. I will not. It's funny if they're there. Yeah, give me that, thief. He's rage baiting me. It's not fair. Oh, thanks, man. But I, you know, I would have got it if 700 cows haven't been killed in front of me. You were using meta set. I'm using one of them. It's kind of hard to say, but I'm using one of them. I'm using a better one, I think. I'm using the better one for practical use. But Soul Splitter is like very good as well. It will be so long. It shouldn't be longer than the first one. I think I've gone better at them, and also it shouldn't be longer than the first one. That was 50. The first one I had to place 55 legendaries. Everything in the game that was in the game at that point. I had to place. So that one took 45 minutes. I think I'm better at them now. I think I'm really good at doing tier lists now. I think I could straight like speed run it. Like it's gonna be like nothing. If I average a minute per item, we're good. And also there's no items that have a lot to say about them. I don't think. Well, they all have a lot to say about them, but there's nothing that's like, you know, this item has 20 different use cases and is bugged. Like, there's no that. Like, the floral axe took me like 3 minutes to explain why it was good. The best build. This / using a Banner of Krampus, Horned Robe, and a Soul Splitter for 3k DPS. And you also get to use your Signet with that build. And it has Pierce, so it's better in Gauntlet than this. This loses in Gauntlet. I want the Soul Splitter set for Gauntlet, literally. The best item looted by nobody. You know, I thought about that. I was talking to a guy about items looted by and why, like, some are just straight damaged goods. Like, imagine, like, this guy's like, yeah, I'm trading for an item. His username is Big Yacht. So it's like the worst thing ever. And I was like, some of the best items would be looted by a guy named like me, or like a blank space, or nobody, or yourself, you know, something like that. So if there's a guy named nobody, that's funny. I've seen the true Krampus skin. it's stupid. And also, you know, rare, and apparently a hacker got the first one. When did I get this? Ugh. The misleaf bow. Stop. I want to see the TK skin. It's in the Discord. We don't have any in game. You can look in the wardrobe too. What's it called? I don't even know. Krampus. In global loot. All right, here it is. We're gonna not. There you go. Ugly, disgusting rat skin. The slicer armor looted by no one. What's the new best set or build? You're gonna find out in the tier list, punk. Don't be impatient. Watch the tier list patiently with your little thumbs crossed. You're trying to skip the line here. Voice sword is rattling 2.0. No. Nothing will ever be rattling 2.0. The rattling bow was the beginning of the collector like disease. Because I said it during the event. I said people think these collector's items are these giga valuable things, but they're not. It's because the collector item was overlapping with the best item in the game. So all these collectors were getting like a bunch of rattling bows. Now nobody cares about rattling bows. Literally, nobody cares. Because nobody cared. Like I was like, bro, it's just because it's the best item in the game. I got a shovel, and also the jeans. The jeans is sad. Rip you. You still get Lush holidays. I don't know. I assume so. The event's weird. There's still overworld presence. The event was meant to end with the winner award, but it's still going because they're letting us get to 40 mil. I'd say as long as you can get cookies and candy canes from killing mini bosses, you can still get Lush holidays. Like the event is still going until you can't get candy canes anymore. So if you kill Cyan and you don't get a candy cane, the event's over. That's how we'll know. Because they don't tell us. I'll be patient. Hey, don't put a nerd emoji. Because nerds are impatient. Like you, punk. Ow. Oh, on ow. It's just a little laggy. Okay, yeah. We love lifesteal, yay. By the way, you can lifesteal off of immune objects. Immortal objects can be lifestealed, stolen from. Very cool. You can just keep hitting keep hitting the things. A cursed mirror, oh my god. There was a Pixeline witch. What do you... No, that's not why people are playing. It's today's pick. It's like on the website. Plus a mega update fire emoji. I'm gonna let y'all place. Y'all got keys? Like we can do these keys. Like I'll do the keys until like it's like tier list time, you know? It's been lagging and freezing a lot. Just, you know, optimization issues. Is this a dub for the pixelers? This is a dub. But also, this is to be expected. This is not the peak we'll see. The peak we'll see is, you know, when they announce this game's full release. Might be a witch. I'm just trying to communicate with it. Oh. I don't have a speed switch, bro. It's terrible. Oh my god, it's over there. Okay, guys, there might be a witch in the overworld. Let's go. Or it's Krampus. I remember Krampus spawned. I'm not sure. That's Krampus. Whatever. There's something under it. Is that just John Doe? Or is that the Frosthorn Hunter? Man. Guys, we have to get jade axes. Like, this is actually relevant. What do you mean you don't have all the new items? Which ones are you missing? Like, what do you mean you don't know all the new items? I still got the 10 tier 6. Oh my god, 10 toy swords, 5 toy swords for your 10. Yes, jade axe is good. Jade axe is probably one of the meta weapons. It's not a main hand. Do you remember, did any of you remember when I was using floral axe and I was like, guys, you can throw the crusher hammer and then go back to the axe with 0 cooldown? It's that again. With the soul splitter. God, I'm like dying, bro. It's terrible. Need my life steal for real. Hold on. Super attack. What is it? Is it a Krampus? It is. Man, screw the cemetery. I mean, I do want to do the cemetery, but killing the overworld Krampus is good too. It's truly a difficult choice. Okay, I threw. You not run away from me. It makes me sad. That's like the worst part about this boss fight is when he runs away from you. Like you just get in there and then he just runs away. I'm here to remind you of your past. It's not working. The deep is not calling. The deep got no voice anymore. I know you like. That's why I know deep might be cooked, bro. Deep is cooked community wise. Like there was no community in that game anymore. That's how I know it's cooked, because you're here instead of at like a Deepwoken stream, because they don't exist. They never existed. You still want witch garms? Yes, maybe. I don't know. I have them. Like, I don't know if you're gonna ask for like 3,000 toy swords or something. Like, yeah, I'll give you witch garments for money. Like, what do you want? You know, that's the question. If it's some ridiculous ask, then obviously no, I'm not that desperate. I already have a pair. But duplicates are important when it's like the best armor in the game. Yeah, can I get 7 rattling bows? Can I get 15? 15? Can I get golden garments for them? Like, no. No, maybe not. If anything, I want a soul splitter. That's what I need to get my hands on. Because I only need a soul splitter and a jade axe. For the gauntlet. So those two items are my real grabs. What you traded last one for? I don't remember. Well, I don't know what I traded for. I think I traded a glyph weaver and a horned robe. I think that's what I traded. I can give you that again. I have a lot of glyph weavers. Like I have like 7 glyph weavers. I don't really care about them. Okay. Is shovel more valuable than catcher? It's harder to get. It's all about play style. The shovel's good. I'll explain the shovel in the tier list, but the short form is the shovel's good, but it's low range. And though the little passive is RNG based, so sometimes you'll get like 20 ghosts and sometimes you'll get like 0. So it really just depends. But the ghosts are really good. It's really just up in the air, honestly. Oh my god, they made him move more. And it's terrible. Is it just me and this guy left? Are we just duoing and my duo partner's using a Peebo? I'm leaving. It's me and one other guy and bro's using a Peebo. Like, I am not doing that with you. Sawi. That's terrible. Guys, everyone stop hitting so I get kill credit. Oh my god, you guys. Yo, you want to try the Jade Axe? It's bad, trust me. Yo, Sky. Yo, Scott. What's your name? What's your Discord? I forget your Twitch name. Or not your Twitch name. I forget your YouTube name. Yo, trade that. Hell no. What do you mean hell no? It sucks. Come on, trade me it. You know it sucks, bro. Don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Please. I said it's good. I was lying. Please trade me it. I'll give you a glyph weaver or something, please. Hey man, a glyph weaver for it. Come on, smiley face. This is a good trade. The Axis buns. You're right. The Axis buns. So this guy should trade me it for low prices. No, what do you mean no? I'll give you a glyph weaver and a horned robe. You know, the combo. My favorite combo to give people. The tombstone is 20 range. Look, hold on. It's good if you want to do this. There's the tombstone. We're back to just like sniping with spells. The only good thing he has. He just got a shovel, didn't he? How good is the Jade Axe? Why is this guy I'll take this, you know what? Thanks, man. It's bad, trust me. Don't listen to the tier list I'm about to make, calling it really good. Yo, trade me. Wait. Bro, you have garbage on. I will hold on. This is probably overpay, honestly. Come on, man. It's bad. You trust me. Trust me, it sucks. Just trade it to Neepy. Trade it to Neepy Beepy. 5, 4. Okay. I just don't want to like stand in the trade when there's a gingerbread. It actually does suck. Yeah, it sucks. Come on. Please, it's really bad. Please. I know something you don't know. I don't know what that's from, but this applies to the situation. Guys, it's going useless garbage. Trust me. Now trade me it. But won't add ads for my shovel. What should I do? I don't know, man. Just no one wants the shovel anyway. Just use the shovel, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't, but who drop you weapon? Zombie cemetery. Let me just try it. You don't know why it's good. I mean, it's bad. But you don't know what makes it good, but you can try it. I'm operating it. I'm at like, you're playing checkers, I'm playing chess. Okay. Nah, toy sword's still like good. Like I can't just I'm memeing if I call it like useless garbage or something. It's still a good weapon. It's just that it's like worse than everything they just added and they made it kind of bad. It's still like a good weapon. There's a witch. All I need to hear. I already have robe. Can you change it? What's happening? And give it to you? It's not a main hand weapon. Oh god, that's OP. No, it's not. Not on its own. It's a second hand like the Crusher Hammer. I'll sneak you the tech. It is a secondary weapon. That's why I want it. Because it's a piece of the puzzle. You merely can't what's it called? What's the quote? A slave of society can't extract or can't exploit an asset like her. That's what you can't exploit an asset like the Jade Axe because you have no idea how. You're operating at a level that's too low to even fathom. I only left for a week or so. Well, they added like 30 items, so tier list time. I'm gonna do the tier list soon. I'll do it. It's gonna take me like 45 minutes. I'll do it after this haunt house. Tell me if someone plays like a haunt house or when there's a witch. So, bro, why are you using a piercer bow? You were hurting my head. Thanks, P-Man. I'm a noob at values. I'll give you a glyph weaver. Bro, you're using a garbage item, aren't you? You're using a tier 4 spell. It's not being a noob at values. It's being a noob. I'll give you a... what will I give you? Yo, I'll give you a mush bomb and a glyph weaver for it. Or with which you said glyph and robe, but I already have robe. Okay, well, I'm not doing a glyph and a banner. That's insane. I'll give you a glyph and I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what you need. Not really many items. Do 1 million gamble video. I'll gamble when they add a good gamble. The current gamble sucks. It's really, really, really bad. With some other armor. Oh, what do I have? I don't even know what I have. How's your honor so high? I did it. I've been doing achievements. As in, I did hitless achievements way back in the day. And I was also... I didn't get to exploit the lucky achievements, but I'm done those now. So those add 39 honor. And I was the first, like, mythic. That wasn't, like, a hacker. I was, like, number 3. And that just means I did all the hitlesses at the very start. And I also, like, did projectile achievements really early on and damage achievements really early on. Like, a lot of people with, like, max honor don't have projectile achievements. Because I went and Sylvan staffed it. Anyways. There's people with, like, 10 more honor than me, so... I'm gonna try to get mush myself. I will give you a frozen heart. Just a frozen heart. For that axe. Punk. Shit, I pressed R. You suck. I want that axe, boy. But can I see you? You don't know what a glyph weaver is? So that explains it. It's technically the best staff in the game, but about all it is, because there's not like the best weapon in the game. Yo, can I like stop dying? Can we get some more heals? All I'm saying is I did top damage last time, so I'm gonna AFK. Okay. Plan B. Bro, do not petrify it. That gets people killed because it's bugged. Trolling. How I'm bad at dodging it when I'm at the bottom, I think. I'm ready to go back up there when I'm locked in. Hold on. Okay. I love the hitting sound. It sounds like I'm hitting a Lego against the fridge. Really, it really convinces me I'm doing good. And the Emerald Lizard. Emerald Lizard. That's a banger. Is that what you call it? Like, anyways, a Glyph Weaver is this. It's a Glyph Weaver. Yeah, I have 3 banners. Good work, me. I still have the Sailor Yuko banner. It's a banger. I'd sell Shovel for Spear Catcher, Slice Armor, and Peebo. No, Peebo's trash. Slice Armor's good now. P-Man, I should ban you for using a Peebo. I can't stand this. How do you why are you still using a Peebo? I swear like a tier 6 staff might be better than that Peebo. It's like that bad. We can't be doing this. Let it be robe. EK banner. I'm not giving you the Sailor Yuko banner. This is a hot commodity. This is the banner that made him quit the game. He's just adding. Then you shouldn't trade for it. If you don't want the item he's giving you, why are you accepting? He's adding it because he doesn't want it either. I'll do glyph and robes because I have a lot of glyph and robes. Also, what is this? A witch's garment? I care about this item. I might just do the tier list. I'd trade a slicer armor and some other stuff for real, for real. What? For the Jade Axe? I don't have a slicer armor. Oh, this is you. Hold on. Wait, that's a Sailor Yuko. That's a Sailor. That's a Sailor Yuko robe. That's not for trade. That is a important item. Give me that. God. Who is that guy? Don't you worry, he's a celebrity. Sailor Yuko is a famous being. A mythical creature. Anyways, I don't even know why I entered this. Hog. Anyways, I was 1 cow away from getting my own mosh bombs. Crazy. I'm gonna do the tier list, which means I'm saying the server, but you know, things and stuff. I gotta make sure I don't idle log by accident. I want to remind me about this every once in a while. And then I open that. Hog. Anyways, let's go. Yeah, probably. Because I got 3 legs in a row. I got back-to-back legendaries too. I was shocked. It was a miracle. Anyways. Is X29 right now. I think I can do this very quickly. Being like 40 items, like 27 new or 25 new, and about like 15 things I have to move. I think I can do it quickly. I think I'm the GOAT. All right, before I start, I'll tell you what happened when you were gone. They've postponed an update and then added like 50 items. Yeah, the devs answered our prayers. They really like convinced us they cooked. Anyways, this will be quick. I will look at the chat every like 5 minutes. Ignore these 3, like ignore these. They have released a massive balance update. There are 27 new legendaries. The meta is ruined, and Toy Sword is bad. Oh my god, this is gonna be insane. Quickly, if you don't know how I do these tier lists, this is a list based on usefulness and factoring in its obtainability, because a really, really good item that only devs have is not some S tier item. You know, if I don't factor in how you get it, the tier list doesn't make any sense. Like, if there's a really, really easy to get item that's slightly better or slightly worse than a really good item, I'm going to say it's better because everyone can get this item. In you know, speaking of the scythe, really easy to get, and it was the second best item in the game. That's not the case anymore. And then Coral Staff is here because if you were a noob, you would get it. Come on, you would start a new character, you get Coral Staff. Anyways, I'm covering up useless garbage. Is everything good? Slicer armor and scythe Forsaken and Death Bargain and ice armor for Jade Axe good. Are you taking that trade? Don't do that. Please, just trade me it, dog. I'm giving you a good offer. The Glyph Weaver alone is 10 times the value of all the stuff he offered you. You were getting robbed. Anyways, let me do the tier list because people care about that. Starting with the winner trophy, which the reindeers got the gold one. The silver one's not on here because I don't care about the penguins. This item is my baby in average tier. It is not some crazy item. The only use of this item, aside from the passives, which are all right, is the XP. There's another accessory, the cornucopia, these things, that give XP, but this one's a lot better. The only time you'd use this is maybe if you're leveling and you just feel like it. They make it a little bit quicker. 10% is not going to make that much of a difference. Or if you're base Valor farming, running around and like getting a bunch of XP with XP bonuses, this helps. But that's so little people that it's just an average item. And beginning with the first meta item, the Spirit Catcher. Oh my god, S tier. It's not actually the top, unfortunately. It's, I'd say, second best. Not in DPS, though. It's like fourth best in DPS. It's just the passive that carries it. This passive, to break it down for you, my build is 90 dex, so I shoot in 10 seconds 57 times, right? If this passive procs 1 in 5 shots, that heals either 8 mana or 8 HP. That means in 11 seconds or in 10 seconds, I'm proccing 11 times. So I'm either getting, you know, if it all heals 1, you know, if I only heal HP, it's 88. But of course, split it in half, it's 44 of both on average. That means this effectively gives you the effect. God, that's terrible. This essentially gives you the effect of having 50 wisdom and 50 vitality. So ignore the on shoot thing and just be like, oh, it has on equip 50 wisdom and 50 vitality. It's pretty good. And the extra projectile does damage. It gets about 2.5k DPS with a P flag. It's not amazing, but it's 6 range. So with the flag, it gets to like nearly 8. It's very good. It's one of my favorite weapons. I'd say if you want to be comfortable, this is the weapon. But there is one other weapon that I will talk about that is better objectively in damage and utility, especially in the Gauntlet. This weapon is terrible for the Gauntlet. It is the second best weapon in the game, in my opinion, but don't use it in Gauntlet probably if you have the other one. This spell, oh my god. Is that good? This spell is essentially a final gift, but 10 times better. If you notice, it has unequipped defense, and I think that's the only spell in the game in that spell slot that gives you defense. So that's automatically like really good just for swapping to or camping. The other effect is it has 20 range. Now, if you didn't know, back in the day, we used to cheese a lot of hitlesses with bombs because bombs were 20 range. They have that. It's 10 now. This is 20 range. So you can just do what we did with bombs and cheese things. From across the map, you can place this. Boom. Like, it's pretty good. So this is an S tier spell. This is better than all these items. Scarf shouldn't even be here. This is better than all these items. Pretty good. Pretty good if you want to cheese things. Honestly, I'm going to swap the lightning bottle with it because it's like a better spell. And the on-equip is good. Let me look at the chat real quick. Justice for Toy Sword. No! Oh, you're right. I have to say where things are from. You're right. All right, I'm gonna backtrack. I didn't say where things are from. The Spirit Catcher is from Zombie Cemetery, the final boss. The Tombstone is from Zombie Cemetery as well. And what else? What other item did I do? The winner trophy was from winning, you know. You're right. I'm glad I read that. The Witchfire Brew is from the Overworld Witch, killing the Pixelbean Witch world boss. It is essentially their attempt at making a half flag, half totem heal item, but in doing so, it does both poorly. I can't really see a use for this. It has no on-equip stats. It's kind of inefficient for mana healing. It's not terrible because 120 isn't awful. Again, it's a totem, so you just insta-heal when you press spacebar, unlike any other item. So it's the fastest instant heal, but then it burns you. But it gives dex an attack, though that gets overshadowed if you're getting buffed by a flag. So I don't think I'd ever use this. I'm gonna put in useless garbage. GG. If somebody finds like some tech, like there are items that give you buffs when you're self-burning, but it's only the fire plate armor. There's no armor that gives you like 50 attack when you're burning. So if they add that, it's good. The Witch's Garment is the best dex armor in the game. Leather armor is always good, as you know. Compared to Slicer armor when they released that was 18 at 11 being S tier. I can't deny this. It also has synergy with the next item I'll talk about. This is also from the Overworld Pixelbean Witch. And it is very good. It's part of the set for the Spirit Catcher. If you're using Spirit Catcher, you use this item and the next item. The Mana and Wisdom is all right, you know. The main thing is that this gives 12 defense and 20 dex, and the passive of this gives it even more dex. Very good armor. I'm putting it here. Very good armor. Let me real quick look at the chat, because you never know. Witch's Brew plus Fireplate armor. Oh my god! Witch's Brew plus Fireplated armor. Yeah, like, they need to add an item that actually gives you, like, burns buffs. And then it's good. It's the only item that self-burns. Okay? Cool. Sick. High heals, as you can see, on equip leather armor, 10 dex. That's really good. Though I would only use this with a Witch's Garment, because it gives the 50 more mana too. So essentially, this has 100 mana, 10 dex, and 10 speed. That's how you need to look at it. Like, ignore it. Just pretend the passives are gone. That's what it has. But of course, it requires you to wear leather armor. But you would never use this without a Witch's Garment. So 100 mana, 10 speed, 10 dex. That's a pretty good accessory. That is better than a green ornament if you don't care about the wisdom. That is better than, you know, it's like a tier 2 gauntlet for the dex. And then the speed. It's not crazy, but it's okay. It's not an S tier, but it's good. Okay. And because it's part of the set, you get to have a ton of mana, which is important when you're life stealing mana. Because normally I say max mana is useless, because if you have like 800 max mana, you're never going to fill it up. But because the Spirit Catcher has a life steal of mana, you do actually fill it up. So it's useful. The capacity actually has a difference. The capacity actually makes a difference. Crazy. Is it really that good? Jade Axe, you can 0x swap it with a Soul Splitter, which I'll talk about. And I want it from you so I can do that. But fine, you can keep it. Punk. The shovel is an item that a lot of people are currently convinced is great. I don't think so, but it is good. Okay, there's a lot of things with this. One, it's 4 range. It does have really good DPS. It's 3 a second. It hits higher than a Spirit Catcher. It's passive. I don't like RNG passives, but talking about the blue ghouls, they have really high range. And if you watch someone using this weapon, what happens is you won't ever have average amounts of ghouls. You won't ever have like one every few seconds. What happens is you have like one guy with like 10 around him and one guy with 0 for like 10 seconds. So sometimes you can get like really crazy DPS. Another thing is I always make sure to mention if a weapon kind of stores up damage and pays you back, it's really good. That's what the Florilax was. if you're backing up out of 4 tiles, so if you're like 6 tiles away, you can't hit the boss, you're still spawning ghouls, and the ghouls are still doing damage. So you're not being completely made obsolete if you have to back up just because it's 4 range. And of course, the toy sword at 4 range and shot projectile. So it's essentially like a toy sword with higher attack speed and no on equip, but you get the ghouls. It's pretty good. I don't think it's one of the best items in the game. I think it's barely top 3. I think it goes Soul Splitter, Spirit Catcher, and then this. If somebody wants to be like, man, but the ghosts are actually insane, they're pretty good. Anyways, this is from Frankenstein in Haunt House. I'm putting it here for now. I don't think it's the best one. It's meant to be the best damage in the game. You either are the best DPS in the game using this, or you're not. Because if you don't spawn ghosts, you're just using like a toy sword, you know? All right, the Soul Splitter, same boss from the Frankenstein. It is my S tier. It is my S tier. With the Horned Robe and the Banner, without using the Banner ability, that's 45 attack, and a Signet, that's 55. You get 33k DPS with this, with my build. It also pierces, and it shoots 2 projectiles that are big hits, which mean it's really good on high defense, even if it doesn't have like defense pen. Pierce is important. This is, regardless of anything, a very good weapon. Plus, it is the only weapon that you can bring into the Gauntlet out of these 3. I guess you could use the shovel and just like have a bunch of ghosts, but the Spirit Catcher I wouldn't use. I'd use this in the Gauntlet because Pierce is really important in the Gauntlet. When we were using Toy Sword, a lot of people would abuse the fact that you can stand right in front of an enemy and the projectile will go through it and hit like everything else, because in the Gauntlet everything spawns close to each other. But that's not why this is good. This is objectively the highest DPS in the game. If you spawn a bunch of ghouls with the shovel, it is the best DPS in the game. But I'm calling this S tier because there's no caveats. It's just straight damage. You just straight hands the whole time. W rank. Shut up. No, people believe Jade Axe is good because it has exposed. Not even looted by someone. It doesn't even. Oh, that's someone who got Slicer before the update, or it's got like unduped. Anyways, moving on. The cursed genes are stupid. Why did we add this? This is just for baller. This is literally just for the baller. You can't convince me otherwise. This is a guy going, the baller needs some love. And I hate the baller. So I'm putting useless garbage. That's from Frankenstein 2. It's his pants. You know, he drops the axe, the shovel, and the pants. The best boss to be killing right now is Frankenstein because he drops 2 really, really good items. He drops 2 of the top 2. It's crazy. Anyways, moving on because we're not using baller. We don't care. The Ghost Piercer. The Snow King Blade has 5 speed on equip. The Ahi's Reaper is 8. This essentially is 15. So 1, highest speed weapon in the game that you can equip. Good. 2, it is more DPS than a Spirit Catcher. Same range, same dagger, everything. When you're below 75%, it is a lot of DPS. It is much better than a Spirit Catcher. It's right under this. But that's not enough for me to call it, you know, top 3. I would not use this as an actual item. I think the Spirit Catcher is better in practice. I think the Soul Splitter is better in practice. I think the Shovel is better in practice. So it's just our little 4th. That's where it goes. Really good if you want to run around quickly. If you are good enough to camp below 75, or that just happens to you a lot. The only thing I don't like about things that are speed passives is, say you're running and you're really used to how fast you're moving, and then you get hit below a certain health, and then you slow down, and then because you slow down, you end up running into a bunch of projectiles because you're not used to it anymore. That is what I foresee happening. It's like when the Ahi hide, you get hit below 70, then you speed up and run through every projectile and die instantly. You know, that's what I'm worried about. By the way, that's from Haunted Ghost. You know, we're moving through Haunt House. This crown has the stats that they were going to give the Soul Lantern Band. It is a Soul Lantern Band, what it is. The only issue is not getting hit essentially only serves the purpose as the best item for doing hitlesses, or if you're really cracked. It does give 25 attack when you're not getting hit, so it is actually insane. Though there is another accessory that is better for DPS and not getting hit. So this is a average item. Sawi. It's good for running around the beach though. Makes you real quick. The Curse Mirror Petrify. This is immediately an A tier because you can petrify the haunted ghost and get people killed. A lot of things have immunity to petrify, but this is good. This is the first thing in this game that can stun an enemy and stop it from attacking. So it's really annoying. Like when people are spamming this, it's both good and bad. It's so annoying. And it can get you killed with enemies that have like charge up attacks, you know, but it's immediately better than paralyzing something. I'm not gonna call it S tier though. I can't. Now this axe, oh my god, this axe, its only purpose, you look, it has exposed. If anybody remembers the Crusher Hammer Floral-Axe era, where I would throw a Crusher Hammer for the burn and then switch to a Floral-Axe and just use that, you can do the same thing with a Soul Splitter. That's part of the reason the Soul Splitter is like #1, because you can just throw this at the start of the fight, -10 defense it, you know, big hit, and then switch to a Soul Splitter. This has a normal axe throw. If I didn't mention, the Soul Splitter shoots like 2 at once and they shoot straight. This one has a normal axe throw. So that's both good and bad. You kind of have to aim it before you know, you can't just toss it out and run at something. You gotta kind of think about it and then switch to a Soul Splitter. But again, exposed, really good. There is a better thing for exposing things, but 0 loss. You use this, you throw this out, then you switch to a Soul Splitter. So right in there. It's a good item. Good, solid because it supports the meta. On its own, it's terrible. And the belt, I don't even know who, it has no passive. I don't know who thought about this. This is a useless garbage item. No one's ever going to use this. Are we serious? I guess it's great if you want to have like a bunch of health, but there's no real health scaling items that are really good right now. Floral-Axe is going to be in the bin in a second anyway. And moving on, that is from the Emerald World boss, if I didn't mention. These are from the Frosthorn Hunter. The Cookie Cutter is from New Gingerbread. This is a buffed up rolling pin, and you know my opinion on the rolling pin, but it is 9 range. It doesn't really do that much damage though. I'm putting it in a smooth average. I'm gonna be honest. Just real quick, it has nothing special about it. Again, this is just tier 10 axe. The same as rolling pin's bad. Same set. Is it just a rolling pin? I hate rolling pin. 100 HP above baller necklace. I'm getting the. You're right. Yeah. Hold on. I did put above baller necklace. The armor is bad. Hold on. The dough armor from the gingerbread man, just like the cookie cutter. I thought this would be the item for Soul Splitter at first glance. And then I thought about it and I realized the horned demon robe, because they gave it 8 defense. Funny, it started with -8. It's now at 8, which is what I said at the very beginning. If you watch that tier list. Anyways, I was initially like, this is the armor you use. This is great. But then I realized, why would I trade attack and vitality and wisdom for a few more defense and some health? That goes against all my principles of being like, why are you sacrificing offense for defense? It's not worth it. The only time defense makes a difference is if your weapon scales, and if it doesn't, every time you don't die, and every time you're like having a fine time, you're just wasting the fact that you could have had extra damage. This item, smooth average, you know, it's basically just if you want to be a guy going tanky mode with a Soul Splitter, but don't do that. Just use a horned robe. Because it's still low dough, it's delicious. You remind me of someone who, never mind. This ring is stupid. What is this? Putting it below the piercer bow. You disgust me. The Nutcracker pistol from the Holiday Mansion, very cool. Initially, I thought this was busted. I was like, oh my god, this is part of the meta. Use Witch's Garment, high heals. You have all this mana. It scales on mana. You switch to it, you do like 5k DPS. Then I realized it doesn't scale with mana. You get like 2.7k DPS with this, with the setup I said, Spear Catcher, Witch's Garment, high heals. Like with my build, it's like 2.7k. It's just barely worth it. Just barely. It's like, it's good. It is more damage. It is more range. So if you like get backed up and you switch to this, it is good. But you have to micromanage it. I'm gonna put it just, it's a good item, you know. I can't say it's a bad item, but I am gonna put that up ahead of it because I'd rather things get petrified than someone being like, I gotta back up, I gotta switch my pistol. Got the dynamite. I don't even know how I feel about the dynamite. You just toss this out instead of a mushroom bomb. It's a bomb, so it has no cooldown. Does lots of damage. Very cool. 10 distance. I think the tombstone is better. If your enemy is not moving, the tombstone is better than this. So it's up. I want to put it at the very bottom of good, but that's just too much. I'm gonna be real. The issue with this is it has just come to my attention, burn and bleed and other status effects don't stack. So if you have 10 people burning something, you only get 1 burn DPS. That's terrible. I didn't know that. I thought if 10 people, it explains why when 20 people throw a Crusher Hammer, a boss doesn't just get deleted by burn. Only 1 burn is active. I don't even know how it works in priority in that. Is it the first person to hit it? Does that mean if that one guy hits it with burn and then leaves the game and someone keeps the burn timer going, will it give the damage to that guy? Nobody knows. There's so many questions and so little answers. The devs don't tell us anything. The heavy belt, just imagine as 9 defense, 22 vitality, and 10 attack. And if you didn't know, a lot of swords have 8 and 9 defense and vitality as their on equip. So this is essentially a sword in your accessory slot with 10 attack. Don't use this. I don't know what you'd use this for. I'm gonna be honest. This is better than using a signet on pure stats alone. So if you're like, oh, I'm using a Nutcracker coat and a Bloom Weaver, that's good, by the way. I'll talk about that. And I'm using this, or do I use my signet? Technically, it's better on stats, but you don't get the loot bonus, so barely useful. Goodbye. Burn bad. Burn is bad. Dynamite for that. I'll give you dynamite for that Jade Axe. GG. That's terrible. 2.8k damage and 1 dynamite. Yeah. I'm mad though. I'm mad at the item. Continuing. Where's my stats? The Infected Grasp. There's a sword right behind this, and you'll see. It's the same thing, but better. This is a worse version. This is from the zombie in the graveyard biome, or in Zombie Cemetery, because it spawns the mini bosses. It is all right. It is a inferior version of this item, as you'll see. I would not use this. It does heal, though. You get a lot of health. Like, if you're hitting right next thing, like, people are like, man, my health is flying up. Not actually. It does heal. It does help. But really, this is only like 2.5 HP a swing. And if you're swinging 3 times a second, that's only 7 HP a second, which is like having 80 vitality. It's pretty good. But it's not like blow your socks off. The one that's absolutely crazy is this one. Because this one is just the same thing, but with a lot more damage and better on equip. And because it's 1% of damage dealt, you're hitting 700. So instead of healing 5s, you're hitting like 7s. And this scales better. Like if you have, 100 attack, you're hitting like 800s. The other one doesn't reward you more health. So this is the weapon. It's from the Overworld Krampus. This is an S tier. This is the best sword in the game now. Objectively. That's what it is. It's the best sword in the game. Oh, God. Now, this bomb is also from the Overworld Krampus. Upon first glance, you wouldn't know this if you didn't use it. That's the problem with this. Because the stats don't make any sense. It says max distance 10, and then it says like blood pool radius 3. That is not what matters. What matters is the exposed. The radius of the exposed is massive. So if you throw this down the center of the training dummies, you'll see it hit all of them. Like, so if you want to just like go to the dummies in your game and see what I mean by the radius of it, you can just see the exact radius. It's all 4 dummies if you're staying in the center. And it's exposed. It's better than the Jade Axe. This is a great support item. It also slows. So Ice Bomb's dead for actually throwing it. This is a very, very good support item. Placeholder description. We love that. I'm putting this as the 4th best spell in the game. Under all these. Okay? Well, actually 5th best. It's going to be under the Cramp banner when I move that. The bow, I guess it doesn't make sense on its own. It has bleed, okay? The passive of the other accessory has bleed, okay? Anyways, I'll talk about that. This item is now the best bow in the game, okay? But that doesn't really mean anything. It's really good in high defense, because if you're smacking 1000s, even if something has 100 defense, you're not even losing 1% or 10% of your DPS. But this is from True Krampus, so obtaining this is terrible. And it's just worse than the other items in terms of just straight DPS. So, to me, this is just the new, like, Crusher's Hammer. It does what Crusher Hammer does, you'll see. I'm not calling this... Just because this is really, really good on high defense, I'm putting this at the very bottom of S tier. It's just barely S. Like, I would want to use this weapon over everything under here. So I'm not going to put it in a lower tier. But it's not better than these, and it's much harder to get. There was like 8 in the game when I tried to get this screenshot. Oh, and also the picture of the stats, and I got interrogated. Clearly, this stat got leaked because again, there's like none. There was none in the game, so getting a stat pick, it was obviously a balanced team guy leaking it. The barely useful section. Yes, I'm gonna do all the modifications in 2 items. Let me just hustle more, bro. I'm almost done the new items. It'll be great. Oh my god, I messed up everything. What is that? Why? Oh, I opened Discord. This heart from True Krampus as well. It is just a frozen heart. Yep. It's a frozen heart that's harder to get. You know, they made it so you can get a frozen heart from not ice runes. But this one's cooler because it's red. So I'm putting it above. Because we like red. Wait, I take it back. Because they made it so transparency affects spells, you can't see it if it's red on a dark background, and most backgrounds are dark. So what you want is a lighter one so you can see it. Stop using Sanguine Heart. Anyways, it's so silly. It's just the same item. So this is what I mean by it has bleed. You'll understand. 500 bleed DPS. That's really good. Any item that upkeeps your bleed or your damage when you're not attacking something is automatically good. The problem is bleed. Again, like I said, it doesn't stack. So if multiple people are using this, you don't get this value. They said they're considering putting a